So all the major carriers right now, T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon, and Sprint offer the no contract, cancel anytime installment billing phone plans where you pay for your phone in monthly installments along with your bill. Prior to that, they all offered a 2-year contract. So basically you would get a really good discount up front for your phone. You'd pay $200 to $300 for your common Apple and higher end Samsung phones, and then you would be locked into a 2-year contract. But why did they really go to the no contract? Stay tuned, I'm going to tell you exactly why and which plan was actually better for the consumer. Alright everybody, let's get right into it here. We're going to tackle the no contract first, and I'm going to use my example as to kind of go through the figures here. About 6 months ago, my girlfriend and I had separate carriers. So I was with one company, she was with another company. And we wanted to do the adult thing and merge carriers so we could be financially responsible and save like $20 a month or something. So we got estimates from the carrier that I was with and then the carrier that she was with. Her carrier, we were able to get it for like 15 or $20 a month cheaper than what my carrier quoted. But we soon found out that that was a mistake because it helps when you actually have good signal the majority of the places so you can actually use your phone that you're paying for. So what we did is we got 2 iPhone X's, and they were $1,000 each, so that comes to $2,000 for both of our phones. And we didn't have to pay any money up front because that's how installment billing works. We had decent credits, so we were able to just add it onto our bill and walk out with absolutely no money owed. And then, so we did a 30-month payment plan just to kind of cut the cost down, because your phone bill plus $2,000 for phones, we want to save a little bit more money, and we weren't planning on trading our phones in for at least 2.5 years. So we're about 6 months into it here, which means we've paid off roughly about $400. I think it's, let's see, $402 we paid off the $2,000. So we have $1,598 left. So our service sucks, we can't stand it, we want to go back to the company that I was with prior to the merge. And that should be easy because it's no contract, cancel anytime, right? And that is true to a certain extent. However, if we wanted to end our agreement right now, I would have to pay $1,598 to pay the phones off, to have phones that I really wouldn't even need. So how is that a no contract when I have to pay $1,600? Now, let's go over the 2-year contract. I'm just going to use averages, and again, I'm going to base it off the most popular phones, so the iPhone, the Samsung Galaxy series. So back then, you generally had to pay $199, $200 up front. Keep in mind, over here with the no contract, you didn't have to pay anything. It just got added onto your bill and you were good to go. So right away you had to drop $200 at least, unless you wanted a higher storage capacity or something like that, then $300 or something like that. Now, the 2-year contract, which everybody complained about, including myself, oh, how do I get out of it? I can't wait till 2 years come so I can switch or do whatever. However, all the major carriers, T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, had something called ETF, early termination fee, and they were almost all the same price. $350. So, and generally what they would do, it was incremental. So a lot of times you would reach 6 months, and then on your 7th month it would drop like $10. So then you would only have a $340 early termination fee, and then $10 on the next month, so on and so forth. But the most common price was $350. And if you paid that, you were out of your contract, keep your phone, you were good to go. There's nothing on your credit report or anything like that. You were out of your contract, totally legit. So let's go over the math here. So let's just say I spent $2,000 on phones with a 2-year contract. So what I would have had to pay was $199 times 2, which would be $399.98. That's what I would have paid up front. Now if I wanted to cancel 2 lines, I'd have to pay $350 times 2, which is $700. Okay? So now I paid, let's just say $400 for the phones. And if I want to get out of the contract at 6 months at the same point that I'm at right now, I'd have to pay $700. So in total, I would have to pay $1,099.98 to get out of a contract that everybody thought you couldn't get out of. But you had an out, you had an early termination fee for $1,099.98. So you weren't paying full price for your phones. Now on this fancy, great, no contract installment billing, you're paying full price for your phones. You're not getting a discount. If you figure out your installment billing, multiply it for whatever payment period that you have, whether it's 24 months or 30 months or whatever you choose to do, you're paying full price. So at that same time, granted I didn't have to pay anything up front like over here, but here, at the end of 6 months, I have to pay $1,600 to get out of my no contract. Here, same time, 6 months, I'm paying my $400 up front and $700 for a termination fee. So I just saved, in total, $900 really, because I'm not paying full price for my phones. So T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, and their fancy no contracts, it's only making them more money. They were losing money by doing the 2-year contract, and if people did pay the early termination fee, you could go out, you could buy a $1,000 phone, you could cancel a month later and have a phone for $550. So they were losing $450 on their $1,000 phone by doing the 2-year contract. Now, they're getting full price for the phones that they're asking. There is no deal or discount or anything like that. So, alright everyone, thank you so much for checking this video out. There's going to be a lot more. I'm going to tackle pretty much everything. Anything that has some hidden agenda or ulterior motive or just a bunch of smoke and mirrors, I'm going to work on just totally exposing it and letting everybody know the truth behind it. So stay tuned for more. I'm going to try and get one video out every week at least. So stay tuned. If you have any suggestions or anything, or something that you want me to research and kind of blow the doors out on, then let me know. So stay tuned, and we'll see you next week.